Hello, everyone. I just want to get right to the point as I try to do in these videos because a lot of us don't have a lot of time. And I may seem very redundant, but our challenges in life are seem to be the same challenges, and life things can be very redundant, and our trials, no matter what we're facing, is their trials, right? But in that, we need to keep pressing in. We had another loss in our family, but we have to keep pressing in, no matter what. And I'm going to read from this excerpt from our book, The Esther Mandate, A War for America's Destiny. We wrote this several years back, Nicole Williamson and I, and it started from a dream that I had. I had no idea that it would turn into a book, and no idea of the times that we would be facing that is like, what Esther went through, and where we are persecuted for our beliefs. We're trying to fight for a generation that is losing their identity. Like, we are literally fighting for a generation that their identity is being stripped from them. They're being told that they're not necessarily the sex they were born with. They're in confusion, and we have got to continue to pray and stand in the gap, because God is a God of generations, and He does things generationally. So I'm going to read this. For such a time as this, the fact that you are here in this nation at this time as a believer is for a purpose. You are here for such a time as this. You are not here by accident or coincidence. God's timing for your life is perfect. You are here now by divine appointment. So I encourage you to stand up with authority given you and intercede on behalf of the purposes of God for family, community, for nation. Awake to action. And one of the things that I know that we struggle with is when we are hit with so many trials all the time, our focus seems to be inward. Our focus is just around here, this perimeter. And so it is so hard for us to focus on the outside, the nation. It's so hard for us to see what that next, what they're doing maybe politically, or what the world news is, because it's here because of what we're being faced with in our families. And guess what? That is one of the key components the enemy wants us to do. He wants us to continue to be distracted, to be overwhelmed and overcome by the trials that surround us. So we're not praying for our nation. So we're not praying for our neighbor. So we're not stepping in and engaging to take action when we need to take action, when the world is falling apart. When we are turning into a ruthless, godless nation. So I know that there's several movements coming up. There's one that's going to be the Help Save Our Kids movement that I'm going to be a part of. We're going to be all going to the capitals throughout all the states in April and then in October. So we need to join with other movements. We need to join in unity with other ministries and be that mouthpiece God has created us to be. No matter where we're at, we're going to have to mature and deal with our emotions. I know that I have a lot of emotions coming through several losses in the last 3 years, like so many family members. And just getting this other blow that we just had last week is beyond my comprehension. But all the more should give fuel to the fire to fight against the enemy and combating through prayer. So everyone, let's join together and pray. Continue fasting. There is a global 21-day fast right now. We're doing a 30-day fast through making sure we remember to take communion. We're also fasting in other ways with food. And as family members, we're trying to engage with other family members to pray every single day, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 minutes. Pray with family members. There's power in family. And if you don't have close family members, find those friends with the same heart and same mind and vision that is like family. So now I've gone longer than expected. God bless, and I hope this encouraged you this night. Bye-bye.